Hey, Shalom, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. I want to give double honor to our apostles who are elders who rule well. I want to say blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and drawing truth and sincerity. Now, with that being said, man, me and a brother had a conversation. I feel a little bad to even do this lesson because it's really a lesson that his spirit was on. But I just said, I'm gonna do a little transit on it. I'm pretty sure the brother's gonna go more deeper into the aspect, just the mind frame, because there's a saying that there's always someone doing worse than you, and usually that saying is something that is used to motivate you to say, hey, it's not that bad, let me push through it. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High has tailor-made afflictions. There's always someone going through something worse. There's always someone who has less. That doesn't mean you shouldn't want more. You shouldn't want to covet. You shouldn't want what somebody else has or something more than you need. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture say, give us this day our daily bread. But it also doesn't mean that you're not allowed to save up or the Lord don't bless you with something. The scripture said the love of money is a root to all evil. But I'm saying these things really on the within the context of going through afflictions, because you got we was talking about the man that was paralyzed, for the 37 years, pretty much all his life. He was a paraplegic, and he was healed by Yahushai, and it's like, hey, look at him. But when Peter almost got crucified, before he got crucified, when the cock crew 3 times, those are 2 afflictions, but Peter handled his differently. The point is, the reality of no matter what the affliction is really based off how you react to your affliction, whether it's light or heavy. You know what I'm saying? As Paul said, his grace, Yahweh's grace is sufficient unto him. Basically, he knew that, he had afflictions, and whatever the Lord, delivered him from, that was something that he needed the Most High's help, of course. But other things you could do on your own. You can dig yourself out of certain situations, because you can have a habit of saying, basically, oh, the Lord will get me out of this, and you can get yourself out of it. You know what I'm saying? And then when you do bad, you want to blame it on Satan when you did it to yourself. So the Lord ain't gonna sit there and do everything, you know what I'm saying, for you. He's gonna put you in a position to allow you to do things, you know what I'm saying, to do things for you. Just like David and Goliath. The Lord put David in a situation to be able to throw that sling the way he threw it. You know what I'm saying? From protecting his flock. Being in leadership positions and things like that. Being a shepherd. So the Lord, it goes back to that old story where the man was in the water and he prayed, and a ship came by and it said, no, the Lord will help me. Then a boat came by and it said, no, the Lord will help me. And then a plane came by. He said, no, the Lord will help me. And he drowned. And it was like, why you didn't help me? He said, I sent you 2 boats in the ship, 2 boats in an airplane, a helicopter, right? So it's like, get up off your hind tail. Don't be out here murmuring and complaining. That's where the problem comes down to. The sun is in my eyes, man. Don't be out here murmuring, complaining about your afflictions, man. If you're not going to have a resolution to it, your afflictions is always worse than someone else's, and it is always better than someone else's. That's just a reality. So to sit there and use a for me personally, to use the concept of saying, oh, someone's doing worse. No, this shit is pissing me off. This shit's driving me. This shit is affecting me. You know what I'm saying? I need to solve this problem. You know, yeah, you're supposed to have a positive thinking, but affliction is an affliction. You know, whether you burnt yourself, iron your clothes, or whether you got caught in the fire, affliction's an affliction. Because that person could get caught in that fire and commit suicide. That person that burnt themselves, iron their clothes, could be just fine. Or it could be reversed. Somebody could be all about their looks and could get a little minor burn on their face or burn on their body and commit suicide behind it. You know what I'm saying? Some crazy, outlandish thing like that, you know? So it's not about who's doing better and who's doing worse in their afflictions. It's about how you react within those afflictions and how you react in those blessings. You know, as the scriptures say, he that is faithful over little will be faithful over much. You know, so we all go through afflictions. Everybody's affliction isn't heavy. You know, there's certain brothers out there, you know, with sickle cell. You know, there's certain brothers out there that may have diabetes. You know, there's certain brothers out there may not be able to walk, may have multiple children, financial woes, and there's brothers out there with certain afflictions that they can alleviate. You know, certain brothers' financial woes may be something that's out of their hand, and certain brothers' financial woes may be on them. They may be the cause of it. It may just be lazy or inconsistent, or, you know, it can't be like, Babylon make me work too hard, I gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying? No, you gotta feed your family, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know, scripture said, man, I'm not a ruler's house, how can you rule the church, basically? You know, it may seem like I'm bouncing around, but the subject of the matter is that the matter if somebody's doing better or worse is based off of how you react on becoming a righteous man. You know, it's all about virtue, because things happen to everybody every day. I got things I gotta go through, go handle when I get home. Somebody may have something worse, but if I sit there and be like, oh, this day is horrible, and I just don't do anything, then my day is unproductive. That's just the result of it. But if a man has way more afflictions and he reacts the same way and say, oh man, I don't want to do nothing, his day is unproductive. That's just the result. So that's the reality of it. If you're going through any affliction within this ministry or and you're working your way into this ministry and you somehow want to quit, that's where your faith lies in. That's where your strength lies. Because the Lord will he say he ain't gonna put you through nothing that you can't stand. You know what I'm saying? That he can't deliver you out of. So to look at somebody else's affliction is a waste of time, really. You know, like, handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you're looking at somebody else's affliction, that means you're helping, but not looking at it like, well, at least I ain't got it like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's, mind your business, man, and handle yours. If you're gonna meddle with somebody matters, you can't escape by fleeing. You can't sit there and watch them go through it and not help, basically. So within this, you know, lesson, I just wanted to put that out there. That's just me personally. I'm not like someone's always doing worse. No, I'm going through what I'm going through, and I need to help. I need to solve it. I don't give a fuck if it's a twisted knee, a flat tire, you know, $1,000 of debt. It's still a problem I need to solve, regardless. You know, and I'm not gonna mope about it. I'm not gonna, you know, how I react at that moment, but I'm not gonna stay in that condition. You know, if you get burnt, if I lose $5, yeah, I'm gonna be mad, but I'm gonna fix it. If I lose $1,000, of course I'm gonna be more angry, but I'm gonna fix it. But I'm not gonna hold on to it and mope about it, you know, within the situation. The whole thing is fixing the problem, man. That's the end result. You know, last example is a quarterback. You know, whether your first round pick or last round pick, you know, whatever your situation is, if you throw an interception, you got to forget about it and solve the problem, win the game. Whether you got a broken arm, messed up thumb, just make it that more glorious. But at the end of the day, you gotta solve it. You know, like those fighters that lose and be like, oh, you know, I don't want to make excuses, but it was such and such that's the reason why I lost. It's like, yeah, whatever, you know. Now you got to do it again and prove to everybody, right? So at the end of the day, you know, we all have afflictions, light or heavy, but it's really about how you solve and react. Do you remain virtuous within your afflictions? You know, go through the Great Depression and bankruptcy and things like that. Esau jumping out the window, Jake sing hymns through it, you know. So it's all based on how you handle your situations, man. All right. So with that being said, I want to say call halal to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Kadash Barakatah. I want to say double honor to our apostles, to our elders who rule well. I want to say blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring this truth and sincerity. I want to say blessed salutations to you women, you brothers, and you wheat amongst tares that's out here enduring this truth and sincerity. A sincere Ahabatham Supplyim. Shalom.